Hello and welcome to Spinners and Winners. I'm Jonathan Karl. Congress has become such a mess that one senator known for combating wasteful spending is now declaring that Congress itself is a waste of money.
We're like the proverbial person with their head in the sand. We've made the immediate political situation trump everything. We're not doing anything to address the real problems that are in front of our country. When you know what the real problems are and you're ignoring them, it's an unforgivable failure of leadership. It's actually cowardice.
Senator Tom Coburn is on a mission. Change the way the government spends your money.
The waste is unbelievable.
It's an uphill battle.
We're bankrupt. This country's bankrupt. People just don't want to admit it. The fact is, on a cash flow basis, we're bankrupt.
Coburn has just released his Waste Book 2012 report, listing 100 examples of government waste. Exhibit A, Congress itself. This year, Congress produced the fewest number of bills in 65 years. The Senate Budget Committee has gone more than 3 years without producing a budget. Perhaps most appropriately, the least productive congressional committee of all was the Senate Small Business and Entrepreneurship Committee, which held only 4 hearings all year, passing just 3 measures, one of which paid for its own staff. Coburn also finds waste in the tax code.
On the left side,
there's the NFL loophole. Who knew that the National Football League, which pulled in more than $9 billion last year, was a non-profit?
Illegal block in the back.
That classification cost the federal government about $40 million last year in lost revenue.
We have some of the biggest corporations in America paying no taxes whatsoever. You know something's wrong with the code.
And it's not just the tax code. Coburn lists nearly $18 billion in questionable spending. There's the $325,000 squirrel robot. Check out that tail. Apparently, it's real enough to fool a rattlesnake, thanks to a National Science Foundation grant. $40,000 went to produce a Henry David Thoreau video game, where players can virtually enjoy Walden Pond, getting back to nature through a computer. There's the $1 million Martian menu. NASA has no plans for a manned mission to Mars, but it is spending nearly $1 million a year researching the kind of food that astronauts could eat if they ever get there. And the Lake Murray Airport in Oklahoma. Just 1 flight a month, but it gets $150,000 a year from the FAA. The Oklahoma Aeronautics Commissioner told us the only reason he keeps the airport open is to keep getting federal dollars that he mostly uses on other airports.
Is there anybody in the world who would say, no thanks, government, we don't want this money?
It's the old adage, if you don't use it, you lose it.
We have a certain amount of allocation to the state, and I think it's really in poor form to ask us to say, no, we don't want our share in Oklahoma. We'll let Texas have it. That doesn't make any sense.
Senator Coburn put the Lake Murray Airport subsidy in his waste book for a different reason.
We put that in there for people to see how stupid the federal government is. We have a system that says you can collect money because you got an airport open even though nobody uses it, so you can collect money to spend on other airports. Why wouldn't we have a smarter system?
There's one thing Congress was able to accomplish this year: add more than $1 trillion to the national debt for the 4th year in a row.
What was once a great country has been mortgaged and bankrupted by the egos and ethics of career politicians.
That's it for Spinners and Winners. For ABC News and Yahoo News, I'm Jonathan Karl. You can follow me all week long on Twitter, @JohnKarl, or on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.